Greetings to you. Digywood Framework is an innovative framework to mold students fit to the industry from the engineering colleges. In this session, agenda is expectations of the employer, current status, Digywood Framework, how it works, advantages. Students play vital role for Skill India. Colleges play vital role in building up the students who are important ingredient for Skill India. Students are backbone of our nation. Unless students get jobs as soon as they pass out of colleges and they grow in their career, India as a nation cannot prosper. No matter India has industries established, fantastic FDI is flowing in. Building the skilled students is a vital step. This is the backbone for the entire development. It is very important to look at what employer looks for from the industry perspective. Candidate needs to be a proactive and team player. Candidate should have good communication skills. This is very important for the employee. Employee needs to interact with the customers and also with other colleagues. Communication plays vital role. Candidate needs to be skilled. Nobody is interested in employing someone and train and deploy. What industry looks for is to have the candidates ready to deploy. Candidates should have positive outlook and look for the progress. This attitude plays vital role in their performance. Current status of the students coming out of engineering colleges is not in line with the industry expectations. Colleges do their best to spoon feed the student to get reasonable marks in the university examinations. Lot of spoon feeding does not make the student to be a self-learner, always dependent on someone to move forward. This is not what industry requires. Students don't possess required communication skills. They cannot speak two sentences without struggle. Students are just tailored for the university examinations. They lack application of knowledge they have and how to apply to the real world. This is again a big gap. Now, another dimension is for every one job, 5 engineering graduates are available. So, candidates from your college needs to be one who gets job. More candidates, more competition. Now, what is required for this competitive world? This is very important for each and every college to make the student a self-learner, make the student to be a best communicator. This requires a lot of effort and time, but this is the key for success. Make the students a proactive person with positive attitude. This is very important because we need to bring the change. Unless student participates in improving his or her skill, change is not possible. Reduce the normal teaching burden from the faculty and to focus on monitoring and be a guide to the student. How this can happen? We have done good amount of research and analyzed various options. We have come out with the Digywood Framework. This framework deals with the learning process and also makes the student to participate and complete the learning process in a scheduled time frame. This is the key. Using digital technology and making the time-bound program is very important success factor. How? Step 1 is student to go through the lesson. Step 2 is student to take up the practice test. This is self-assessment test. Step 3 is student to take up the assessment test in the presence of the faculty. This is a monitored test. This would be taken into account for the performance criteria. Step 4 is question answer sessions. These sessions are like Viva session for each chapter or lesson. This is very important. This makes the student to speak. This makes the student to prepare and speak out. This is again counted for the performance criteria. System identifies at-risk students and facilitates the college staff to counsel the student to inculcate the required performance. In the learning process, student can go through the digital lessons prepared with a lot of graphical representations along with conventional blackboard explanations. This has two-factor advantage. First one is, as the content is of graphical representation, easy to understand and student would absorb the concepts easily. Since the student is on the digital learning mode at his or her own convenience, student can repeat the lesson any number of times. This will be advantageous to the students who are not sharp. In the assessment process, student can take up the practice tests associated to each lesson. Student would know whether the student has acquired the desired level. If not, student can repeat the lesson and reassess himself or herself. Flashcards make the student to recap and prepare himself or herself for the QA session. This assessment process makes the student a self-learner. This has a lot of value in creating the proactive behavior. Next is monitored session. Student needs to take the test in the presence of the faculty. This is required to make the student to complete the learning process in a time-bound manner. Under practice process, QA sessions are conducted. Students participate actively. This process enables the student to be a good communicator. To introduce Digywood Framework, there is no need to have major changes in the lesson plan or timetable. Generally, each paper gets 5 periods allocated per week. In these 5 periods or sessions, need to allocate 3 sessions for the Digywood Framework classes. First session, Conventional class. Faculty can provide the overview and importance of the lesson unit. Second session, to conduct monitored assessment tests. Expectation is student has to complete the lesson before coming to the first session itself and prepare. Third and fourth sessions are meant for Q&A sessions. For these sessions, student is supposed to prepare using the flashcards. This makes the student to prepare for the subject as well as communication. Fifth session is a sort of conclusion session. This can be used as recap session or clarification session. This is up to the faculty how he or she would like to conduct. With this, the burden on the faculty is reduced and at the same time, you are making the student to sharpen his or her communication skills and also subject. Another important advantage with this framework is that student is learning process from the beginning and on continuous basis. Now, let us see how this works. Each student needs to have tablet or laptop. Nowadays, most of the reputed colleges insist on having one laptop for each student. This makes a lot of difference. This is a work investment in long run. Student has to register. This is a one-time activity. Then, student has to enroll for the package that is being offered. For example, if the student belongs to BE, CSE, first semester or first year, enroll for the package meant for BE, CSE, first semester, first year. This package would consist of 5 or 6 academic papers pertaining to your regular course, and a course for spoken English, and personality development course, and skill development course. On enrollment, students get facility to download the package related contents to his or her laptop or tablet. Digywood representative would help in downloading the content. Each course is divided into papers and papers are divided into chapters or lessons. Each chapter would have digital lessons, multiple choice tests to practice and to get to know the skill level, and digital flashcards are available to prepare for lesson-wise Viva or QA sessions. Faculty would conduct lesson-wise Viva or QA session and rank the performance of each student. Faculty also would conduct assessment tests for each lesson. Both QA session performance and assessment test performance are tracked. This framework makes the student to be on continuous learning mode. Viva or QA sessions make the student to improve the communication skills and also subject knowledge. This gives lot of synergy to get employed either on campus or off campus during the final semester itself. Since this is fully automated, the performance related details are made available to principal, HOD and faculty. So the student can be instructed to perform better to improve the overall performance. There is an immense value getting added to the colleges without having any additional expenditure for Digywood Framework. More students get employed from the colleges automatically results in having more admissions. Another important point is when the college is able to have more students employed, automatically more merit students would opt for the colleges. This is a vicious cycle. If you are on a positive direction, the cycle could be upwards. Once colleges has more students getting employed and better performance is taking place in the university examinations, college can aim at better fee structure. This gives financial positive synergy. By introducing Digywood colleges can aim to be top ranking colleges in the area or in the university. Finally, it would be a win-win approach for everyone. Thank you for sparing your valuable time. Once again, please visit our website www.digywood.com.